Hey guys, today I want to talk about one of the questions that I get asked the most often, yet somehow have never actually answered. And that is how to date as a lady who also loves the ladies. Whether it's how do I meet other queer women, or I'm into someone, how do I know if they're into me, or how do I let someone know I want to be more than just friends, and the list goes on and on and on. I get stuff like this every single day. In this day and age where we have literally created an entire another world that lives in the palm of our hands, it only makes sense to utilize this new world and work it into our dating life. As I'm sure many of you know, I have a lot of firsthand experience with meeting queer people through the internet, whether they're my best friends or people I've dated. I've met some of my favorite humans because of the internet. Although I'm a huge advocate for using the internet for dating, I've actually never used a dating app. I think because I was in a relationship when dating apps kind of showed up, I never really got the chance. But thanks to OkCupid for sponsoring this video. Today I am giving a little trial. Little disclaimer, yes, I am in a relationship. I have made all of my settings on the dating app for taken and just looking for friends, but I thought it would be a really fun experience for us to kind of go through some of the questions so you guys can get to know me a little bit more and make you think about how you would answer these questions. I really love OkCupid as a dating app because it's not so superficial. We are such a quick-paced society and we're so efficient that we make decisions at the drop of a hat. It's, you see someone, yes, no, swipe, whatever, and it's done. But OkCupid has this great tagline that's substance over selfie, and I love that so much. Of course, appearance matters to a degree, but it's such a small, tiny degree. You don't know if you're gonna be compatible with someone or like them until you get to know them. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't wanna leave that up to chance just to go meet someone that I find attractive, especially if you're just looking for a friendship as well. So on the app, whenever you sign up, you actually answer a ton of questions, and you can skip any and you can rate how important that question is to you, but it's a good way to actually know what someone's thinking about important issues, whether it be their morals, their political views, their personality, and what they like to do. So I'm gonna go through some of these questions that I really like, and maybe it'll help you guys get to know me a little bit better, and then also you can think about how you would want to answer these questions as well and see if we're compatible. So when you answer the question, you answer what you would say and then also what you would want your perfect partner to say as well, and then how important it is. And you also have the option to explain your answer, which for a few of these, this is great. I love this first question. It's, is jealousy healthy in a relationship? I said no, and I said that I would prefer my partner would say no as well, and it's somewhat important, but I want to explain this one. I think this one's an important one to go into a little bit more detail of. I feel like jealousy to a degree is good and healthy. Of course, I don't want my partner to just be like, oh, they're flirting with you, oh, you're flirting with them, whatever, don't care, because that just shows me that you're not really worried if you lose me. But I don't want someone so jealous that they're not trusting me, because trust is the most important thing in any relationship, whether it be romantic or a friendship. You need to be able to trust each other. This next one's, have you ever dated a man? This is so intriguing to me to know if this matters or not to people. Yes, I have dated a man when I was like 13, I think. And to me, if a girl I've dated has dated a man, I don't really care. I don't have any preference of what their preferences are, as long as they're into me. I don't care if they like anything else, as long as they are monogamously with me, we're good to go. Could you date someone who was really messy? I wanna say yes. Like, I wanna say that I would be able to and it would be fine, but I don't think I could. It wouldn't be a deal breaker. If they were perfect in every other way, but they were messy, I think I would make an exception. I don't know. Would I? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Do you smoke? Oh, this one is important to me. I would never date someone who smokes cigarettes. I hate the smell, I hate the taste, I hate the inconvenience that they have to like go leave every time after they eat or have sex or whatever. It's just annoying and it's bad for you. I consider myself a relatively healthy person, so for someone to actively be smoking a cancer stick, can't do it. I would 100% have this in here as I'm not a smoker and they can't be a smoker, and that's a deal breaker. You can be messy. I take my other one back now. You can be the messiest person in the world as long as you don't smoke. Are you looking for a partner to have children with? Ooh, this is so interesting because it's such a deep question to ask on a first date, but it's something that you want to know. I want kids, 100%, so I don't want to waste my time on somebody who doesn't want kids, and I don't want to feel like, oh well, maybe they'll change their mind and let it go, because that can cause a ton of issues down the road. So I would say, yes, I want kids. Yes, I want them to have kids, and yeah, deal breaker. I'm really leading up on this whole messy thing. I don't care anymore. These other things are so much more important. About how long do you want your next relationship to last? This is another one where it could be really uncomfortable to ask someone, but you'd want to know. I feel like it's a little like inside note into their brain without actually having to come out and be like, I care about these things. And the options for this one are 1 night, a few months to a year, several years, or the rest of my life. How willing are you to meet someone from OkCupid in person? This is such a good question. I have so many friends who are on dating apps and they're always like, I don't get it. We messaged, we talked, they seem into me, but we never meet up. They just don't want to do that. Some people really do just enjoy going on dating apps and just seeing that they have options, and that's fine. But if you're someone who really wants to meet up with someone and all you're getting are these people who have conversations with you via messages, that's not really fun. So to know that firsthand off the bat, good thing to know. I love these questions. I want to like have a party and just sit around and answer these questions to get to know people. This is so fun. Choose the better romantic activity, kissing in Paris or kissing in a tent in the woods. Ooh, kissing in a tent in the woods. I think that's more private, so it's like extra romantic. What is the most exciting thing about getting to know someone? Discovering your shared interests or discovering their body? Ooh, raunchy. I'm gonna be a little PG on this one and say discovering shared interests, but that's only because when you find out you have a common interest with someone, especially if it's like an odd, rare, random thing, it always makes me think of Step Brothers, the movie, whenever they're like listing off their favorite things to each other and saying it at the exact same time. I feel like if you have a common interest, you're like bonded immediately. Do you like scary movies? Oh yes, 100%. Are you a cat person or a dog person? These questions I feel like are made for me. I am very much so a dog person, and I would prefer the person that I'm with to be a dog person, or at least both, but more so dogs. Just dogs, come on. Do spelling mistakes annoy you? This app is literally setting you up so you don't have to worry about fights a year into the relationship. Have you ever traveled around another country alone? Some of these questions I feel like would set you up for the best first date ever, because if you read them, you could be like, hey, I see that you said you traveled a country alone. Which country was it? And then they could talk for an hour and no awkwardness. They really thought these through, didn't they? Do you often find yourself worrying about things that you have no control over? Yes, now I feel like I'm in therapy. Are you either vegetarian or vegan? I love this one because I know that so many people would make it on their profile that it's a deal breaker if somebody is vegan or vegetarian. These questions are so important. They're really ones that you might not ask for a very long time, and it just naturally comes up, and then your partner, the person you're dating, could answer and you'd be like, whoa, that's how you feel about that? If you don't do anything at all for an entire day, how does that make you feel? This is the most like thorough personality test ever. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel really bad. I don't mind what someone else answers to that, but it does. I don't like that feeling. How often are you open with your feelings? Ooh, rarely. Until I date someone, then that person hears every little thought, feeling, and emotion I have. Sorry. What is your preferred cuddling position? Big spoon, small spoon, all spoons. All spoons. I like to switch it up. Could you date someone who already has children from a previous relationship? These are reading my brain. I had this conversation with someone recently as well. I could not right now because I'm not ready for kids. So I don't think it would be fair to enter someone's life who has that responsibility when I'm not ready to be a parent, but I could in the future. Once I'm at a point where I'm ready for kids, I don't think that I would mind dating someone who already has children. Just not now because I'm not ready for kids. Are you kinky? Skip. It's your first date. Do you split the bill, pay the whole bill, have them pay the whole bill? I would definitely try to pay the bill. And then if they offer to pay, I'd be like, no, well, let's at least split it. But I would have probably offer first. But I think technically, whoever asks somebody on the date should pay the bill. Do you believe your country would be more or less safe if every adult owned a gun? Ooh, this is a good question before dating someone. No, I don't think it would be more safe, and I would really prefer someone to agree with me. I don't think it's a deal breaker if they disagree, but I would very actively try to change their mind. Overall, the best dating advice I can give you guys is just be yourself. You don't want to pretend to be someone because it's gonna come out eventually who you really are, and that's just gonna set you up for failure long term. Be you, be confident, and on your first date, go somewhere where you're both comfortable, and it's gonna be fine. So if any of you are single, you guys should go on OkCupid and look for each other. And if any of you end up dating because of it, let me know so I can get a little bit of credit for doing so. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.